Okay, and sort of what's your job like? What are your main responsibilities?
I work as a program manager here in Kolkata with Childcare Home, which is the shelter home of Women in Pink Foundation, and also with Rescue Foundation, which is in Boisar, Maharashtra. Basically I coordinate the program. We are running a jewelry program here as well as in Boisar, so I coordinate both the programs.
Okay. And you've been doing this for about a year now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And in that time, in that year, what's been sort of the biggest change you've seen in the girls, either at Rescue Foundation in Mumbai or here in Calcutta?
I think in both in Kolkata and in Rescue Foundation Mumbai, the biggest change that I've seen among the girls is that their attitude, they are much more positive minded now, they're much more composed, they're much more, I think, focused on what they're doing, and they want to do something for themselves. They want to earn more, they want to make a living out of what they earn here. So, and definitely that shows a lot of, I see a lot of positivism here after a year working with them, definitely. And I think they don't want their, I'm like, some of the girls here are like married and they have kids, and I am sure that they don't want their kids to suffer what they had suffered in their lives. So they focus on their studies, they're completely focusing on their kids, that they have to go to a proper school, they have to have proper education and proper upbringing, which they didn't have. So I think that's a very big change.
So it's just a major improvement in their self-esteem.
Definitely,
yeah.
Definitely.
So in terms of a story, has there been one that you've heard that has sort of stuck with you and that maybe had a big impact on you?
Of course, there's a girl at the Calcutta Shelter Homes at CCH, and I've got to know her story that she was a child when her father killed her mother, and then she was being sent to this juvenile imprisonment for some years where she was very violent, but she was then rescued by an NGO, but they couldn't really put her up for some time, and then she was sent back to the jail. So she had a violent childhood, I can guess it. But now she's married and she's on a family way. So the change that I see in her, I think you have to have, like, if you're not positive about your life, you have to fight it back. She had really fought it back, like, because I think if I place myself in her shoes, I don't think I would have survived.
Right.
She did it. She's the truest survivor that we have.
So her father killed her mother, and then because there was no family member to take care of her, she was put in the women's prison.
Exactly.
And raised there for several years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she was abused, physically abused, she was tortured. Definitely she was not in a proper mental state also. So she was very violent since childhood. But now I see the change. In fact, when I joined here, she was not really pally with me, but now when I see the change, now she is going to be a mother, and her, she's like always blushing, and she's so sweet now that you feel so happy that I'm really lucky that I get to meet people like them, because you learn a lot from them.
Mm-hmm.
I have learned a lot from them. Like life is not too smooth, it's not a bed of roses. And after mixing with them, after like talking to them, after knowing them, I value my life more than what I used to do, definitely.
Cool. So they're not only are you having an impact on them, they're also having an impact on you.
Definitely. They're all my teachers, I feel.